Welcome, Tony Sunshine, to Gracias Come Again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I don't know why I expected like sunshine to come out of your mouth. How are you feeling today?
I'm great, man. God is great. God is great.
It's been a long time coming. You know, this is probably interview number 72.
Right. Congratulations.
And you've been up there. We're like, we got to get Tony Sunshine up here. And here we are. God wanted it to happen today.
Absolutely.
Y'all here ripping and running, press runs?
Press run, yeah. Got this new record out.
Talk to me. I was going to say, what are we promoting?
Song is called Pump It Up, featuring Little Pump. It's doing pretty good. Numbers is up.
I like the song.
Yeah, you like it?
I love it.
It's different.
How did it come together? I'm like, okay, this is one, duo that I just did not expect.
So a good friend of mine owns a gym in Miami, Rural Fitness. And he's my trainer, and he also trains Little Pump. So he comes up to me one day. And me and Pump, we see each other in the gym, but he's a little younger, so he does his thing.
It just be like the head nod?
Yeah. Well, we talk,
we
conversate, but it ain't really, like we don't hang out on a day-to-day basis. And my guy comes to me, the trainer, Ellie, comes to me and says he got this beat, he got this production. I said, all right, let me hear it.
So the trainer is also a producer?
He's not a producer,
okay.
But, he trains a lot of people. He comes across a lot of things. And so he had this beat. He comes to me, plays me the beat. I like the beat. I told him what you want me to do to it with the beat. He said, see what you can do to it. So I take it to the studio. I laid the verse and the hook. I bring it back to him. I play it for him. He thought it was dope. He says, by the way, I gave Pump the same beat. I got a Pump verse.
What?
So he let me hear the Pump verse. I took it back to the studio. I put it together. It felt like energy. I brought it back, and we just went with the record.
No changes? You liked it off the rip?
Liked it all. I think I got Pump's best body of work.
That's what's up. I like that. And Pump, he's Latino too. A lot of people don't know this, right?
He's Colombian.
There you go. I feel like when he first came on the scene, I think it was just more like maybe we thought he was white. Later on, I was like, oh, he's a Latino? I like that.
Yeah. He's a Miami kid.
And now you're a Miami man.
I'm a Miami man. 5 years now.
Love it?
I love it. Should have did it a long time ago.
You'll never come back?
Never.
And when I say you'll never come back, I'm talking about come back to New York for those of you listening all over the world. Yeah. What is it about Miami that I feel like you all have, Nori's down there, Fat Joe's down there, you're down there, and I feel like everybody's living their best life. What's the difference between Miami and New York that you say, I'll never come back?
It's the environment, the air, the people. I've been traveling back and forth to Miami for over 30 years, right? So going to Miami and living in Miami is like second nature. It's like my second home.
But making that decision that I was like, okay, now I live in Miami. Because, a lot of us New Yorkers have been traveling to Miami since we're teenagers. I remember the Terror Squad pool party that I went to. I was underage, and I was like, I need to be at this pool party. But as far as like picking up everything and being like, goodbye, New York, for some of us New Yorkers, it's just hard. I struggle with it. Who are you down there with?
Who I'm down there with?
Yeah, your family?
My people, yeah.
Your people. He's in my people.
Yeah.
Don't be digging too deep. All right. But New York made you. The Bronx made you.
Absolutely.
That's where
I'm a product of my environment. Absolutely.
And you still love your environment.
Oh no, I love New York. I'll be New York wherever I go. But New York is bittersweet for me. Like I lost my mother. I've been through a lot of things in New York, and so I left New York behind me. So I'm good.
It holds a lot of painful memories for you?
Absolutely.
When did you lose your mom?
5 years ago.
Oh, wow. You left after your mom passed?
I left right. I left New York, went to Miami, and about a month in, my mother passed away.
God rest her soul. She was probably the last thing fully keeping you here?
Absolutely. My mother was my rock. She was my biggest fan. She was my biggest supporter, my biggest inspiration. So
you're here because of her.
Absolutely.
You're here because of mom. And, one thing that is, a common denominator with Gracias Come Again is that everyone talks about their mom and how important mom was. And even with you, I watch everybody's interviews before they come. And, I heard you talk about, the struggles that, your mom went through and, being an inner city kid. But one thing that you said that resonated with me was that no matter what your mother was going through, when you were going to do those talent shows, she made sure you look good.
She made sure I had what I needed, absolutely.
And it's just, moms are so important in our, because you also said, your mom is the one that heard you sing for the first time.
Yeah, she heard me sing when I was 5.
And she said, ven acá, pero qué es esto?
Yeah.
She told you stop the music and made you do it a cappella?
She ran to the kitchen and she was like, yo, do that again? I thought I was in trouble. I was like, do what again? She said, sing. And I sang something, and right there she said she knew I was special.
She said, my son has a gift.
Absolutely.
And you were just inclined to sing? Nobody told you to sing? It came naturally to you?
It came naturally.
Now, the song you were singing, you said, was a Menudo song.
Si tú no estás by Menudo. They had the English version and the Spanish version. My sisters was obsessed with Menudo. They was driving us crazy in the crib.
That was, us Latina girls. I remember my older
sister.
Menudo
fan too?
My older sister, she was just obsessed, bro. I don't remember the song, but I definitely remember the group.
They were huge.
And they still exist right now with different members, right?
I wouldn't know.
Yes, I'm telling you because I know, because of iHeart Latino. Menudo is still a thing. They performed at iHeart Fiesta Latina.
Like they really doing concerts
like
and
with
all
new
that
kids.
stuff?
Yeah, they just keep putting new people in there. Why not?
Why not?
Right?
If it works, why not?
If it ain't broke, listen.
Absolutely.
When you were 5 years old, it was working, and it's probably working now.
I thought I was a Menudo.
Who were you? Do you remember the members? You were like, I'm this.
Nah.
I'm just messing with you. But anyway, let's talk. We talked mom. Let's talk about abuela, because you talked about your mom took it to grandma, and then grandma's the one that is she the one that put everything in motion for you? Bringing you down, to a social club?
Well, my grandmother was a social bunny. She was one of those old ladies that thought she was still young, so she would leave like on a Thursday and come back on a Sunday.
She probably was still young, Tony. Come on, she was probably like 45.
She was my grandmother.
But she was probably like 45, 50. That's still young.
Abuela. She was supposed to sit down somewhere.
You a little hater.
Nah, she was supposed to sit her ass down somewhere and chill.
But she didn't, and here we are.
But she didn't, and so she went to the social club. She was best friends with the social club owner. And when my mother was little, she used to take my mother to the same social club. And of course, as my mother got older, she would go there with my grandmother. And my mother was just one of those ladies that wouldn't leave her kids with nobody. So she would make us tag along.
I don't blame her. You don't know what could happen.
In that social club, there was a lot of different people, bandmates and instrument players that played with El Gran Combo, Rafi Sabatel y su Charanga, and different big Latin groups and things of that nature. So little did I know, I wasn't trying to perform, but I would stand next to the jukebox and sing along with the songs that people were playing. You was trying to perform. Nah, I wasn't trying to perform.
I'm just messing with you.
And maybe.
You knew you had a talent.
I love music, so naturally I was singing along with the songs that were coming out the jukebox.
Oh.
And Rafi Sabatel, he was down there one day and he stepped to my mother and he was like, yo, how old is this kid? And my mother was like, he's 6 years old. And he was like, yo, this kid is amazing. Do you mind if we invite him to the Spanish Harlem 116th 4th of July festivals to sing? Of course, my mother accepted. And I went the first year, I got to sing with Celia Cruz. The following year, I got to sing with Tito Puente. I got to sing with Santiago the following year.
As a chamaquito?
As a chamaquito.
They used to be like, trae el niño.
Absolutely. And so, but in those times, early 80s, everything that was going on in New York City, the buildings was burning down, the crack epidemic.
Yeah, we had a lot of stuff happening.
And so I was fortunate enough that my mother didn't become an addict, but we suffered the adversities that were going around. And I had an abusive stepfather, and he pretty much secured that we never had lights and this and that, so we had to go to a shelter system for a numerous amount of years.
And that changes you.
And that changed, being able to go to the festivals, and my mother couldn't keep up with the things that we needed to do in order to pursue a career.
She was single mom?
Single mom, absolutely.
How many kids?
3 of us.
It's a lot of people to support.
3 of us.
As single Latina.
Yeah.
She came from PR or she was born here?
No, she was born here. My grandmother was straight Puerto Rican from PR.
Okay.
My mother was born here.
But it's a hard life, being a single mom and going through the system, especially here in New York. It's not easy.
Absolutely.
The people you encounter in homeless shelters, just in the everyday streets, it's not easy.
I remember vividly. It was horrible.
It was bad?
It was bad. It was really bad.
But your mom...
And that lasted for like 4 or 5 years. We lasted in the shelter system till they finally found us a secure place to live. and that was Forest Projects. That's how I got into Forest Projects. So I moved into Forest Projects at 11 going on 12. And at 13, I meet Joe.
That's crazy. Like, what are the odds? But this was all written. This was all meant to happen for you. Like,
I believe
all
so.
of it. Because what are the odds that out of all the P's we have here in New York, you would put in Forest Projects?
In Forest Projects.
11 years old. So for 2 years, you don't see Joe, or you see Joe and you never make contact with him?
I had a strict mother. And rightfully so.
Latina,
right?
she's like
everything that was going on outside. And
she didn't want you to become.
And I was really a good kid. You know what I mean? So she wanted to keep me out of trouble.
I mean, at 11, you're still a baby.
Yeah, she wanted to make sure she preserved my innocence, and
I love her for that. I love her for that.
So I wasn't allowed to go outside. So I would look out the window from the 8th floor, and see a bunch of guys outside on the benches rapping and doing their thing and all that. And then that's how I would see Joe pull up. I would see Showbiz, AG,
and you knew who they were, or you just thought they were just around the way guys?
I heard.
You heard?
I didn't know who they were personally, but I heard. So, maybe like 12 going on 13, I started gassing my mother that I was going to go to the store, buy a pack of sunflower seeds, chips, or whatever.
Do you need anything from the bodega?
And she would let me go out, and that's how eventually I started conversating with some of the older guys and inquiring about who's who and what's what. And eventually I sang for Diamond D, Showbiz, but I hadn't sang for Joe yet. And I asked one of the other guys, like, yo, how can I sing for him? And they was like, yo, be a man, go over there and sing something for him.
And you're what, 12 years old?
Well, I was 13.
But be a man at 13.
Right, now I'm 13. So I go over there and I tell him, yo, I sing. And he was like, yeah, all right, shorty, sing something.
I can imagine Joe.
So I sang Forever My Lady by Joe to see it. He was blown away. He was like, wow, that's crazy.
I can imagine the dramatics. Joe is so colorful and dramatic.
Yeah. And so he tells me, one of these days, I'm going to come by the hood, come pick you up, and I'm going to take you with me. And one of these days was the very next day he pulled up in a black MPV.
He probably couldn't sleep thinking about your voice.
Told me, yo, jump in. I went with him to Relativity Records. I went with him to all the mom and pops joints and all that. And the rest is history. The rest is history.
That's too easy. That is too easy.
I guess.
What do you mean, I guess? You understand people be grinding for 20 years and never even get a break.
People, they try to rewrite the story, But I can only tell mines.
What do you mean by that?
There's people that try to rewrite the story.
Your story?
Yeah.
How the hell can anybody try to rewrite your story?
They'll try.
Nah, that makes no sense.
They'll try. But my story's my story, right?
That's it. And it's only yours to tell.
Absolutely.
I hate people that be trying to, create false narratives and then tell somebody else's story. Absolutely. I don't know who you're talking about, but it's not their place.
Absolutely.
Period. Now, education. I know you said you dropped out of school in the 5th grade.
Yeah, I dropped out of 5th grade. So because, again, I had an abusive, alcoholic stepfather. And, I had to watch my mother go through certain things every day.
Hardships. It's not easy.
And, I would go to school and rebel anyway. Like, I was in school and my mind was I was rebelling. But I was in school, but my mind was at home on my mom, and I pretty much felt like I'm going to go to school one day and come home and my mother's going to be dead.
That's so hard as a kid.
So I ended up dropping out of 5th grade to make sure that I could stay home every day and try my best at a young age to protect my mom,
Have you ever been like, yo, I want to get my GED, or I want to, what have your thoughts been on education?
I tried to get my GED when I was 17 going on 18. I met this girl one time and she was like, she was good.
Of course, it's gonna be a girl.
She introduced me to somebody that was a recruit for the Marines. And they tried to help me out so that I can go to the Marines. But he told me, stay out of trouble, get your GED and 2 college credits, and I'll try to get you into the Marines. But of course, coming from the projects, being a young little hothead, I got in trouble, and that was out the window, and then I didn't even pursue my GED. But at 19, I signed my first record deal, so, I started being in the music industry and getting a few dollars, and I never looked back.
So you feel like it's not something that you needed to be successful?
Maybe. I'm pretty smart.
Well, you did it.
I'm far from a dummy.
I was just going to say.
I know how to read and write.
You did it.
I know my math. I know how to count my money.
He said, put all the money.
I know how to pay my bills.
Listen,
I know how to read contracts. I'm okay now.
So you're good.
I'm all right now.
That's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I wonder, like people be like, yo, I should have done this different or I should have done that different. You don't regret it?
But at the same time, it makes me be hard on my kids about education.
How hard are you on them?
Oh, I'm hard. You
How many kids do you have?
You got to earn. I got 5 daughters.
5 girls and 1 boy?
Well, 2 boys.
2 boys?
5 daughters, 2 boys.
Oh, you've been busy.
2 baby mothers.
How old is the little one?
14.
Okay, so you've been chilling for a little while.
14.
Okay, got it. I thought you were going to be like 6 months.
14. Nah.
I'm going to be like, tú no para.
No, I'm done.
So yo jodiéndote.
I'm done. But yeah, I'm really strict with my kids when it comes to education and it comes to...
Brag on your kids. Tell me a little bit about your kids.
My kids want to be in the music industry, and I'm like, absolutely not. Number one is...
No musicians?
Well, they ain't got it.
Okay.
Then you ain't got it. I got to be honest,
if anybody's going to tell them, it's going to be you.
I have to be honest. I can't let my kids bump their head. It is a cruel world. People are mean with the shit that comes out their mouth.
Today is horrible.
It's ugly out there.
You're their protector.
Before someone breaks my kids' spirits, I'd rather be honest with them and upfront with them and let them know. Now I'll help you. I'll get you some vocal lessons. I'll put you in a school, but you have to earn it. And right now, the way we looking at it, you don't got it, right? So you have to earn it. And the music industry is tough. It's not an easy place. Is an ugly place, really, in all reality. So
if anybody knows, it's you. How long you been active with music?
Well, again, I've been singing since I was 5. I got to sing with the legendary greats such as Celia, Cruz, Tito Puente, Santiago.
Do you remember singing with Celia Cruz?
I vividly remember. I vividly remember my first time on stage. And then later on, at 13, I meet Joe. At 16, I meet Pun. But I still had to wait my turn. And then by 18, 19, I'm on the road with Joe. Pun. I'm his hype man. I'm running around, the entire world with him. So I've been in the game for a pretty long time. Enough to know that it's not something I'm fond of having my kids around. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about waiting your turn. I feel like now nobody wants to wait their turn. It's people want instant gratification. Can we talk a little bit about, watching other people be successful and other people shine and just sitting and be like, I'm gonna get my turn.
I've always been good with waiting my turn. I've never been a jealous person. I've never been bitter. I've never wanted what someone else has. I've always been good with creating my own lane and doing what I'm doing in this. As long as I can do what I like and I can pay my bills, I'm all right with just being me, Your
energy is amazing. And
thank you.
Sometimes I follow you on social media, and sometimes on social media your energy is different. What is it with you that you're just like, you don't want to be fucked with? Like it does it bring about just a whole nother person?
Because my thing is,
because your energy right now is like so calm, it's so soothing. You're kind of like a lullaby right now, but that's not always the case.
Yeah. Well, my thing is that I'm such a great soul. I think I'm a great soul, right? And I don't fuck with nobody. I stay out the way. I don't jump in nobody's business. I don't talk about people. I stay in my own lane. So when somebody says something about me and you fuck with me, it shit sends me to another place.
Is it anybody?
I'm so respectful. I'm so down to earth, and I'm so out the way that when you come for me and you play with me, it does something different to me. You know what I mean?
But is it anybody or is it just people you know?
It just is anybody.
Anybody. So if it's somebody writes something on social media and you don't like it?
Nah, I'm used to that.
Oh, you're used to that?
I got used to that. I got tough skin.
So the online trolls, that don't bother you?
That don't bother me.
It's real life humans.
It's real life. It's everyday people.
That can get touched.
Yeah, absolutely.
They sleep. With celebrities, I feel like there's no boundaries anymore. Like people feel like they can tell you whatever they want, say whatever they want, drag your name, make you a meme. Like, how do you deal with social media? Or do you just not really look at it? Or are you left alone?
I just stay on my social media. I don't go on nobody else's platform. I learned not to go looking. If you don't go looking for it, you ain't going to find it. And as long as I don't see it and I can't hear it, it don't bother me. I don't care.
That's a good way to look at it.
You know what I mean? I don't care about the clickbait. I don't care about what anybody else is saying. I know who I am as an everyday individual. I know the people that love me and fuck with me, and they know what it is with me, and that I'm good with that.
Speaking of people that love you, man, like How have you been able to stay so connected with Fat Joe for so long? Because people always feel like friendships fall apart, work relationships fall apart, but you two are still so connected. Like how?
Well, we come from common grounds. We come from the same place. We share. Not our story ain't totally similar, but we come from the same environment, and we know the same people, and we share the same passion, and we're from the same cloth. So, it's not that hard.
You say it's not that hard,
¿Tú
but
te recuerdas when we was younger?
Yo me recuerdo.
And your mom used to tell you, whatever happens in the house stays in the house.
Oh, claro que sí.
Lo que pasa en la casa se queda en la casa.
Eso no se habla en la calle.
And so that's what it is. When you part of a family, whatever happens in the family stays in the family.
So you feel like that's what causes divide or fractures within cliques, family, or organizations?
Absolutely.
That's true, because we go through wild shit in my family.
Absolutely.
I don't post that anywhere. That's not going on social media. I don't even tell my cousins. My first cousins don't know anything. My sisters, me, my mom, anybody's going through. Because you are right. That's what breeds.
Well, that means you was raised right. You was raised with morals and respect and honor.
That's a fact. My mother could be in the hospital right now and nobody's going to know. Unless my mother says, I want them to know, that shit is secret.
Absolutely.
My immediate circle is me and my 5 siblings. That's outside of us. Nobody needs to know shit. They'll be like, pero ven acá, tú no llamas a gente a decir nada. ¿Para qué? Why am I going to tell my business, my family's business?
That's how I live. People know about me what I want them to know. I'm a very, very secretive, not secretive, but just private.
Private.
I'm
and
very
there's
private.
nothing wrong with that.
I don't want to post my kids. I don't want to post my life. I don't want to post my I don't want to post none that has to do with my family. You know what I mean?
You have to keep some things sacred, especially somebody like you who's been a public figure for so long, since we were kids. Like I remember being like a teen, and you were already, a celebrity. So it's just like for you, that's probably important, to be able to still maintain something that belongs to you. Do your kids post you, or do people not know who their dad is?
My kids post me when they want some. When they're necessary.
¿Viste la foto que te puse?
They'll tell people I'm their dad when it's important to them.
They be like, yo, you know who my pops is?
Yeah.
Tony Sunshine, man. And I got to do this for all the ladies, man. Like, the way you had these bitches in a chokehold here in New York, yo, it was insane, yo. I had this one homegirl named Chrissy. I think she's still in love with you to this day. Fucking Tony Sunshine. I used to be like, yo, I know you like him. Ya, cállate la boca, coño Dios. And
what's her name?
Her name is Chrissy.
Shout out to Chrissy.
Chrissy's still obsessed with you, okay? Chrissy, 48 years old, and she's still in love with you.
God bless
She live
her.
in Orlando.
God bless her.
My sister's in the background laughing because she knows how enferma she was with you.
Send them my love.
She's the one that probably took me to the Terror Squad pool party trying to find you.
Oh, man.
In Miami.
Jesus.
That was a time.
Oh, that was a beautiful time. That was a great time.
Can we talk about music and, the music that these classics, these songs. Like, when you hear those coquis go off, okay, it's just like, yo.
100%.
I just used it today on something that we posted for Power. It's, they're rebuilding in the Bronx. They're spending, $13 million to rebuild a pool. And I was just like, yo, pronto llegará el día de mi suerte. I'm like, yeah, BX, y'all about to get this pool, man. Like, that song just, totally, put us through a lot of things. And I feel like it's still used in a lot of Latino households because we feel that. Yeah. And the way you put that song together, the way you built it, brought it to pun, went back, finished building it. Like, can you give me that? I know you've told that story before, but I feel like, the Gracias Come Again audience needs to hear it.
Sean C. Head A&R over at Loud Records back then. He was also part of the X-Men. He's, a big producer. And he made a beat tape on a TDK tape for Pun so that Pun can write. And also, if he liked any of the beats. So Pun would utilize that TDK tape to write while we was on the tour buses or whenever we was home or whenever we was on our way to the studio. And on that tape was the 100% instrumental. And anytime that beat came on, I would sing my rendition of Hector Lavoe's Pronto Llegará, but I would be funny with it, and Pun would laugh, and Pun would tell me, do it again, and we would rewind it and joke, play, or whatever. And not that it was a joke to us, but it was something we utilized to entertain ourselves at the moment.
Because you didn't have social
right?
media.
And we thought to ourselves, you know, this could be dope, but we also knew that it had never been done in hip hop before, right? So we never really fully went with it, right? So now Pun decides to lose weight. We go to North Carolina. He's no pun intended, no funny. He's at the Fat Farm in North Carolina. And he decides to start recording his second album as well. So we get studio time in North Carolina. I was out there with him the whole month and a half, 2 months. And we're in the studio one day. He says he doesn't feel good. He was tired. He wanted to go back to the hotel. And I told him, yo, don't shut the session down. Let me fall back. Let me stay in the studio. How about if I record that hook to the beat? And he was like, he looked at me because he knew we always joke with it. We never really talked about, you know, being serious about it. But he was like, you know what, go ahead. So I stay back. I record the hook, you know, play with it a little bit, pause, and record the hook. And he come back the next day and he says, let me hear what the kid did. They play it for him. He loved it. He writes the first verse. Again, that night, he says he's tired. He don't feel good. He wants to go back to the hotel. And I told him again, I was like, bro, let me lay the Puerto Rican anthem to it. And he looked at me with a crazy face like, now you doing too much. Now you doing too much. But he gave me the green light. I fell back and I laid the Puerto Rican anthem to it. He came back the next day again and heard it, fell in love with it. He wrote his second verse, and the rest is history. Then after that, we laid real live bongos and congas and timbales.
That was live?
Hook. Yeah, that's live.
That's dope.
You know who has the live? The only DJ I know that has that section of the song live.
Who?
Is Tony Touch, and he won't give it up. I've asked Tony Touch for that because I don't have the instrumental, right?
You need me to get involved?
Nah, I can call him up, but he's not going to give it up anyway. But those are live congas, live timbales, live bongos, live maracas, live
that's
everything.
so fucking dope.
So it's dope, yeah.
I love that. And, you know, you were with Pun a lot.
A lot, yeah.
You talk about Pun, you know, being a jokester and, you know, just liking to have fun. Like, is there, you know, something that you can share that can really, you know, someone who wasn't around when Pun was around or just never got to meet him, like many of us?
As far as what, though?
As far as, like, who he truly, truly was. Because, you know.
Pun was a big teddy bear, man. He was a good guy. He was a loving individual. He was just like anybody else, he didn't like to be fucked with. You know what I mean?
No disrespect.
So Pun will love you. He'll give you the shirt off his back. He'll put you up in a room or whatever it is. He'll house you, whatever. But the minute you fuck with him, all bets is off.
I feel like that's a lot of us, especially with Latinos. So, we have that switch.
Yeah.
No juegue conmigo.
I got a funny story, but is really intense.
Give it to me.
I'll tell you. This will tell you who Pun was as a person.
Just give it to me.
So we got this kid. He comes up to us in front of Pun's house one day, and he says, you know, his mom is on drugs. He lives in the streets. He has nowhere to go. And we take him in. Pun gives him a room.
Oh, wow. Gives
him a job, you know, wash the cars, this, that, whatever, and you know, exchange you with us. You got a room, you can eat every day, blah, blah, blah.
That's
whatever. And come to find out, the kid was lying. His mom wasn't a drug addict. He wasn't homeless. His mom owned beauty salons and all that, whatever. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. So we take him in. He's with us all the time. He's running around with us to Loud Records. And so Pun and Steve Rifkin used to shoot that gamble, you know, for money in the office and all that, and they used to snap on each other. But of course, Steve Rifkin is Pun's boss. He's the CEO of the company, and so they snapping on each other or whatever, and they have a personal relationship. And so Steve Rifkin is cracking jokes on Pun, calling him fat, this, that, joke, but Pun is cracking jokes on him or whatever. Now, before we get there, the kid tells Pun this elaborate story on how, and excuse my language.
No, you good.
On how he caught his mother sucking dick for crack, right? That's what he says. So Steve Rifkin calls Pun an elephant, or whatever. I put you in a gray suit in the jungle, and the kid starts laughing. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I'll put you in the jungle in a gray suit like an elephant. Pun turns around and looks at him and tells him, shut the fuck up. That's why your mother sucks dick for crack.
Listen,
So
gloves are off.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Never.
Right? So that's how Pun was as a person.
And you know what? That kid never forgot that lesson.
Absolutely.
Lesson taught. Who better to teach you that lesson?
Absolutely. It was funny at the time.
No, I can only imagine. And eventually you found out the kid was just lying and ousted him?
Yeah, we found out the kid was lying.
That's
Pun
why.
was a little angry at him, but you know, he had already gained love for the kid, so he forgave him and all that. The kids ended up still staying around.
It's like family. You know what I'm saying? They do fuck shit and we be like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
No te voy a votar.
Of course.
Now I know
he wasn't a bad kid either.
He just wanted to be in his space?
Yeah, he just, you know, he wanted to be around, and he figured by making up a story like that.
Pero ¿y la May dónde estaba? No estaba buscando su hijo.
That's a good question.
Right.
But she owned like a few beauty salons and all that. So
Una dominicana.
Era dominicana.
Claro, de que tú dijiste que tenía salones, debía ser una dominicana. She was probably so busy she didn't even know her kid was missing. Now I know you struggled with addiction, correct?
Absolutely.
And you know there was a time where you just went away.
Mm-hmm.
How long were you kind of like away? On your own and just out of the spotlight and dealing with these demons?
I think it was like 4 years.
Okay.
4 years. I fell victim to deep depression.
What was your drug of choice?
What wasn't?
Oh, okay. I just didn't know it was just
what
one.
Wasn't?
You were doing what? Pills, coke?
But what wasn't?
Weed, all of it?
I just
Coño, pero ven acá.
I just
and you're alive?
Absolutely.
By God's grace?
God's favor.
I was just going to say that.
It's God's favor. It's been 15 years.
Wow. God bless you.
Thank you.
Sober?
15 years.
You get a coin or no? Or is that alcohol?
I did it on my own.
Oh, okay.
There was no facilities. There was no jails. There was no doctors. There was no priests. There was no nobody.
You just woke up one day and was like, I'm not doing this no more?
Absolutely.
Do you remember that day?
Absolutely. I woke up one day and I said, you know what? This is not for me. This is for the birds. This is not for me.
You were still in New York?
This is not what God intended me to do. This is not, you know. And I woke up one day and I said I wasn't going to do it. And I locked myself in a hotel room for like a month. And I kicked and I screamed and I cried. And I came out of there a better man. And I haven't looked back in 15 years.
God bless you.
Mm-hmm.
You detoxed on your own.
Absolutely.
No help, no counselor.
Nope.
No rehab.
Nope. And I'm not afraid of my story.
Why would you be? You know, without a great test, there can't be a great testimony.
Absolutely.
You know, yeah, you
Absolutely.
know, I'm more impressed with that than you being a singer.
You know what I do when I hear people talking about me? When I hear them try to utilize and weaponize themselves with my story?
Oh, that's...
I go look at myself in the mirror and say, look at me. Look at how great I'm doing.
Un campeón.
Look at how great I look. Look at what I did for myself.
And you do look amazing.
Look at how I live. Look what I took back, and look at where they at. Look at how they look. Look at how they living.
God knew what he was doing.
It's disgusting.
We can't even focus on that. Because like I just said, I'm more impressed that you kicked a habit alone. Motherfuckers can't even kick 20 pounds alone.
Absolutely.
And here you are,
absolutely,
shining, still on top, putting out music, living in Miami, looking good. Like, come on. Who can say that? And you've been active for so many years in the industry. You good. God loves
good. You. Absolutely.
You see, we were going to say the same thing at the same time.
Absolutely.
Now, what is the biggest misconception about Tony Sunshine? What is something that people say about you that is just totally bogus?
I don't listen. I don't listen to what people say about me. I don't listen.
There's got to be something that you be like, that is such a lie.
Because here's my thing.
Tell me.
Like, half the people that talk wouldn't say it to me in my face.
That's always the case.
People know. Like, the people that know. Like, I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy. I'll leave it alone. I'll be passive. I'll forget about it. But, like, I'll never forget. I'm not the guy.
All right, forget the misconceptions. Are you a romantic guy?
Absolutely.
You over here singing and shit? You better be romantic.
Absolutely.
You laughing over there? Talk to me. Talk to me.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't I be? I'm a lover.
Not a fighter?
Oh, I didn't say that.
Come on.
I didn't say that, but I'm definitely
You be
a
ready.
lover.
You be ready.
I left that life behind, man. I'm grown.
You're down south now, enjoying, the sunshine down in Miami.
I want to be a positive human being. I want to live life. I want to smile when I see you. I want to love. I don't, I'm Gucci with that life. I'm all right.
Okay, so Tony Sunshine is a romantic man.
Mm-hmm.
He lives down south.
Mm-hmm.
He's a father.
You're dangerous.
Why am I dangerous?
You're dangerous. You're really dangerous.
Come on. Listen. Now, I want to talk about things that make you happy. Like, if you had to give me 5 things that make you happy, seeing what, smelling what, eating what, going where makes you happy?
Quiet makes me happy.
Déjame callarme la boca.
No. Not this is work. This is I mean when I have my downtime and I'm able to just sit in my living room and turn my TV on and just overthink on my own and it's quiet. I love that.
You like silence.
I love that. I like taking walks by myself.
More silence.
Yeah. I like, I love being in the studio, of course. I love creating.
Creating music?
But I'm a music hoarder.
A hoarder?
Hoarder. You know what a hoarder is?
Uh-huh.
You don't know what that is?
What, that you have a lot of music hoarded on the side that you're going to put it out one day?
Yeah.
Why? How much music do you have?
I just create music and just put it to the side. Like,
you have a vault?
Yeah, I have a lot of music.
And?
It's coming.
Okay.
I got an R&B mixtape. Well, an R&B project. I was just schooled not to call it a mixtape. They said it was a little old school.
Are you signed or you're independent?
No, I'm independent. Okay. I will never sign again. I wouldn't. I'm not interested in signing.
So you haven't?
I've signed to every company there is. I've been signed to Jive. I've been signed to Sony. I've been signed to Epic. I've been signed to TVT when it was up and running. I've signed to every label there is.
And now you're keeping all your money?
Yes.
Now, what projects do you have coming up? Like, what's in the works? You said you have an R&B project coming up?
Yeah, I got an R&B project I'm working on. It's almost done. I got a full Spanish album.
An entire Spanish album? Now, I wasn't expecting that one.
Full Spanish album. Mm-hmm. It's pretty amazing.
What are we doing? We're singing?
I tested the waters and put out 2 singles. Mm-hmm. At the moment, because I didn't realize that the Latin market is different. They move different. They run different, right? And I invested a bag into the 2 singles, and I pretty much didn't know what I was doing and invested it into the wrong things. So I had to fall back, recoup, observe, and learn how to move in the Latino market. And so now, we focused and we getting ready to drop the entire album, which is entitled Wanda's Son. Well, in Spanish is El Hijo de Wanda, because my mother's name is Wanda. But in English is Wanda's Son. So, yeah.
Now, what are we going to hear on there? Like, are we singing? Are we doing reggaeton?
No, we're singing. We're singing. So I got reggaeton, I got dembow, I got a bachata, I got a bolero, I got a pop record. So it's well-rounded.
You did all the genres?
Absolutely.
You said bolero también?
Tiene un bolero también.
Una
bachata, bolero.
¿Y salsa?
Salsa no tengo, but there's always room to go back in the studio and build one.
Hace una salsita, right?
No problem, absolutely.
Why not? Any features? Or you put it out just you,
right
Dolo?
Right now it's just me, Dolo. I don't want to piggyback off of nobody. And
I don't think so. I think with us Latinos, we work together. I like, it's like you hear songs and it's like 5 people, and I don't mind it. Whoever's leading, I don't feel like, it was a crutch or anything like that. I love when Latino artists all come together and do that.
I love it too, but I want to do this one I want to do on my own. I don't want to piggyback off of anyone or for anyone to turn around and say that, I might have reached success because they helped me out and if I fail, that's on me.
And you're not. You know why you're not going to fail? Because Latinos, we love our people. We support our people.
I love everyone.
I want to thank you for coming up, and I want to say gracias.
Gracias,
Come again.
mi amor. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.